Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and we're gonna do the January new moon. Now, when we talk about astrology and we talk about influx to reflux, when it comes to astrological measures, that means planetary measures and boiled down scientifically as how you gauge your day from a Mercury retrograde that you can't even understand well. So when I actually look through and I actually set through that you can't even do it done, that you can't even see the sun rising in your natal chart, it's really hard to do. But when we actually have this cold moon come in for January, the full moon, and it is a set straight to an actual new moon of like this go about and being who you are truly, it means that something came in through I hear cards, 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 cards. So when I actually see it, you can't even do it. You just can't even. So when you see this, just go through, go through. There's something about this that you just can't understand. Now, with that being said, let's actually look at the numbers. It is the Eight of Clubs. It is a rent through. It is a B through. It is a D through to a see through of a cold moon that cuts through to be it a done, to make it done, whatever we've been working on. Now, is this new moon the best for manifestation? I would have to say yes on setting new straights and setting records and setting through everything right through where you couldn't even do it. So when you have to say it really was true, this two of clubs actually literally means you can be by yourself or you can be with just one other person to manifest positively. Now, the seven of clubs comes in and says no. It says no. But the three of clubs to make the 10 actually has a completion of a cycle, even if it's something minuscule, because you can't even see it. You can't even see it come in. It's so positive where you say you can't even believe how big of a goal was met with just a couple of words of positivity from someone and say, yeah, I did it. I did it. I did it. Now the Ace of Hearts is going to come in and say, put everything on the table for that new moon. But I'm going to say, hold and still pace yourself. It's in the beginning of the year. It's the beginning of a different moon cycle phase because usually we were seeing the new moons, then the full moons. So watch how it all plays out. Now, when you see the six of clubs come in, you can't even believe what is true and what is not of anything, anything. Now, when we do this and we're seeing it come through, you can't even believe what was true. The lines, the lines. Now let's actually look at how the full moon to the new moon makes a cut. It makes a line through to be it done, to start a fresh new cycle for positive manifestation. Now, as I sit here and I go through, you can't cry yet because you haven't made it complete, but you can do something a little bit like in a way to get the gain, to do what you got in a window of opportunity to actually see it come through. Now, the Jack of Spades is going to come in as a spear, and it will come in with the Three of Hearts to have it had like a flower, like a bouquet of flowers, but the 10 of clubs comes through and says, no, it was a shoe of a do of a boo. Now, with the queen, you can't be it complete, but you can see it. So let's actually look at the runes. All right. It wasn't on the horizon in the last 3 months, but you can get it like completed out. Like I had said, the fire signs were gonna take flight. They were gonna do everything that we said in the last 3 months, all our signs. But how are they gonna be affected by this new moon? It really is going to see it come through in a time of rest. So I would put your crystals out. I would put your water out. I would put the incense. I would sit and meditate. I would eat a good meal instinctively and intuitively and really put your energy at manifestation where you couldn't even see it come through at all. Now, the Two of Pentacles means monetary balance comes in so hard, so fast, you can't see it because there's something about missed messages of the universe that are going to come through that 12th, through that ninth, through the 31st of March, through the Six of Pentacles, and it's through positive, not this, I got this like inkling or anything like that. It's a good offering from energy, universal energy to get it done because the Nine of Swords means you can't even cry or that like the anxiety that everyone has right now with the collective, with the incidences that are keep coming in. You can't even believe how nasty it was. Now, when you actually go through, you can't even do it. A tap on the door all the way around comes in and says, it was nasty, nasty, nasty. Now, when I see it, it is deceitful. So, what kind of energy would be that? It would be a little bit of a Neptune energy, but more straight down the line as Saturn. So, when you see it as lines come through and you think of the sun, like if you drew the picture with the sun in the corner and you drew the rays of light, it literally means that Saturn comes down the middle to the new moon and then comes to you, but Neptune is on the side to make it feel like a Mercury retrograde, which is going to cause haywire. Haywire. Now, when you see it, you actually have to cry on how bad it was, but you already know because you couldn't even see it. You had to be it. That is the collective on how nasty it came up and came out, where you couldn't even believe how below the grade of how everything was. But what actually came out of that nastiness, still in regards to the new moon in January 2025, when there is no sting in November to cause it all to go about, to let universal energy, meaning like deep space, planet energy, come through and correct everything the way it was. Something that's usually not like looked into. It's really hard to explain. Let me boil it down a little bit easier for everyone to understand in plain language. When something actually comes in and makes a correction, a connection, a correcture, connection to a correction of deep space planet energy to star energy, which we just had Orion, which was like a fray bug out energy. Then it settles with Saturn and Neptune. You just literally have to say it just is like the universe was gifting something, a clean and clear out. That is where this like blindfold, eyes wide shut comes in because it's still not done. That's why manifest young. Manifest young. Be small in the January new moon. You did complete something. You did it all. And you literally said it true. Said it true. Whoever needed to hear that. I really see the universe truly crying over what has happened over a 3 to 9 years, where we actually rejoice in a small amount of a stimulus package to a $5 tip. This is where a lot of people are actually going to be sitting well, wealthy in all forms of the term of the meeting. Now, when you actually look at the unhappiness, how a new moon can kick up a tick up to be the pickup, it really is a slide through. And that's all you need to know. So, with that being said, there is some recklessness with Saturn and Neptune energy to cause that feeling of Mercury retrograde, but you can't even like be like 100% completely done with anything that you've been manifesting. And that's all you need to know. So, with that being said, any questions or concerns, send an email, give a like, give anything of that nature. It is greatly appreciated. Likes and shares is greatly appreciated also. So, with that being said, have a good day and we will talk to you soon.